Promise developing. Oh, good ball in behind. Oh, ho, ho!
Don't make the same mistake that I made while making this video. This guy is unbelievably cracked. However, I was silly and foolish and I used him on Thursday when the gameplay was slower than Internet Explorer trying to upload a YouTube video. That is not me exaggerating. It was really, really bad. This was a really big problem because Kolo Muani relies incredibly heavily on player input. So for the entirety of Thursday and most of Friday, whilst I was spending a long time making these videos, then I kind of basically was wrong and my opinion was incorrect because I tried him in such terrible conditions that he just couldn't compete in that sort of environment. Bearing in mind I'm on console too.
Sweetie pie.
This leads me on to my first real point about Kolo Muani, being that whilst he is ridiculously nuts, it's not on the same kind of tier. It's a different category of nuts to Gyökeres, where if you're using Gyökeres in your team, you could pass your controller to a toddler and the toddler would still end up scoring a goal. That is not the case with this Kolo Muani card. He has a high skill ceiling, a much higher skill ceiling than most of the cards that come on this channel. However, at a base value, he's probably not as good as most of them. So, if you're in a higher division, i.e. like above Division 4, you're going to probably get a lot out of him, but if you're in a lower division like Div 6, Div 7, you definitely won't find him as good. Is that a comment on how good you are at the game? No, because I don't really believe this year has much skill involved at all. It's more of a comment on how much you know the mechanics, because Kolo Muani has that sort of meta build in this year's game where he performs skill moves fantastic, speed boost fantastic, and he's really good when you manually trigger his runs. So yeah, I feel like I just had to put that at the start of the video kind of as a quick disclaimer that this might not be a card for everybody, but he is very good in my opinion. So now on to the main review. Like, lots of you have been requesting this, so we're going to put it here. There's a new segment where I found him best in a 4-3-3-2 as a poacher. I will put the code in the description of the video, and we will have a tactics video coming within the next week at some point discussing why I like these tactics so much. They might not be for you, but for me this is my favourite formation and way to play. I did find some problems with him, obviously, because again, no card is perfect, but the problems have the potential to be fixed. Those problems are the fact that he isn't incredibly strong. I know he's got good strength, some people find him very physical in game and all that. I didn't find him particularly physical. I thought he could do with a little bit more. I really hope they give him press proven as one of the new playstyles. And he desperately needs rapid playstyle. When he gets in behind sometimes and you aren't doing skill moves and you aren't heavy touch and you aren't doing any of this and all that, he does become incredibly slow due to the lack of rapid playstyle. He is very good without it, but if he gets it, I'm being dead serious here, this is probably a budget Mbappe. However, I want to make this point very clear. If you buy him at a cheap price, hoping that he will get the playstyle and become ridiculously broken, you are relying on the generosity of one of arguably the greediest companies to ever exist. To put it simply, I reckon there's a higher likelihood that they give him long throw playstyle than rapid playstyle. His attacking eye was a bit of a weird one for me, where the runs that he makes are very, very good runs, don't get me wrong. However, I found myself manually triggering quite a few of them. He's a little bit lazy, and this was really obvious when I used him in a two-striker formation, which is why I ended up switching, because in a two-striker formation, he would literally just like completely disengage from the play sometimes. I do also apologise if I am speaking a little bit quicker in this video. I have so much to talk about, and I like to keep them quite short. So now on to all the stuff that I really do like about this card, and the reason why I still have him in my team, despite him costing me 300,000 coins. His shooting is just ridiculous. His finishing inside the box on both feet was some of the best I've seen this whole year. I think it's to do with the shot power, but the way he hits it is just phenomenal. You're not going to be whacking any finesse shots from range, even though he does have the trait, and you're not going to be hitting power shots from range in the main, although I did score one, which is very weird.
Kolo Muani. He's got to have a go here.
He also has incredibly strange animations for volleys especially, which kind of gets me feeling a little bit suspicious. The way that he hits the ball makes it feel like he already has the acrobatic playstyle. So I'm looking at EA here and thinking, I think they're probably going to give him that as one of the playstyles. Speaking of the upgrades, I'm fairly sure he will get both of them. He is playing for PSG. They did draw their first one though, so, you know, again, potentially might not. Another quite main key part of this card is he does also have aerial battle winner and 99 jumping. I mean, I used him with a marksman. I'd definitely advise using a marksman. He was ridiculous on it. I used a hunter initially, didn't like him as much, but marksman takes him to the next level of responsiveness. And he has really good headers. His passing in game wasn't really that good either, but again, similar to Gyökeres, it's not a big problem with the card because you don't need it. He's going to be in front of the goal 90% of the time, so it's not important that he has good passing. And his pace is a very strange one. I've talked about it already, but the rapid playstyle plus means that one singular, and I mean one singular, well timed, heavy touch. This guy is gone. You will not catch him. He is very, very ratty in game, and the fact that you need to be able to abuse the game's mechanics a little bit with the skill move acceleration, the speed boost, all of these sorts of awful mechanics make him just broken. And a fair warning that if you do any of this stuff, your likelihood of receiving a not very happy message is drastically higher. I found for 250k incredible value on this card. And of course, to top it all off, he is French, plays for PSG, links are fairly bog standard, you're probably not going to struggle to get him on chemistry. So I give Kolo Muani an 8.5 out of 10. However, the potential this card has, he could definitely go a lot higher if he gets those upgrades. If you have any further questions that you would like to ask, the comments are completely open. I will respond as quick as I possibly can to all of you. And if you enjoyed the video, thanks for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. It does help the channel out and it makes me want to make more of these videos. And to celebrate hitting 300 subscribers, I've got some other content coming out in the next couple of weeks. Some of which won't be FIFA, but most of it will be because, of course, you're all here for that. And if you want to have your team featured in a team review video, my Instagram account is in the comment section. Send me your teams. I want to see what you guys are working with to make a video around it. But until next time, thanks again for watching, and goodbye.